The race is on, and governments and banks are making their way to the crypto industry. Hey fam, Lucian Godfrey here. How are you guys doing? As we can see here, that 11 US states are pushing to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve, with some considering other digital assets. Whether it's going to be Bitcoin only, whether it's going to be altcoins, we do not know at this point of time, but I'm sure that the first one would be Bitcoin. Let me explain. Now, currently, the US is doing their best. President Trump said that they are creating a strategic plan, a strategic Bitcoin plan, and they are looking to hoard Bitcoin. However, current regulations does not allow for that to actually happen, because Fed is not allowed to actually be purchasing other currencies such as digital currencies. But they are obviously changing legislation, and now what's happening is what the Fed can do is the Fed can obviously print money and make loans, but then they can accept payment within Bitcoin. So they can create loans out of thin air, and how they can then hoard Bitcoin at this point of time without changing any laws is they can accept Bitcoin as payment. That is number one, how they are working around, because let's face it, it's going to take time to actually change these laws. But now we are seeing banks, other countries also jumping on the bandwagon. Back in the day, like 2016 when I got started, it was a bit of a struggle to actually show your ordinary person, moms and pops, basically this is the way to go. Yes, a certain amount of adoption took place, but overall less than 5% of the world's population are actually exposed to cryptocurrencies. But what's happening now is, if we look at just the Bitcoin chart, how it go, this is basically when Tesla got involved in cryptocurrencies, and it spiked from 34,000 US dollars right up to around about 69,000. And here we can see when Trump was elected on the 5th of November, we have only been trading upwards. So now we can see the US, they are getting ready for it, but it's not only them. If we look at the Czech National Bank governor, what they've just made public is that they are planning on buying 7 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin. I want that to sink in, because 7 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin bought from the market is going to push the price up exponentially. So there's quite a bit of excitement within the market, but not only that, not only short term, but basically plans in order to actually do this long term. So the first time, the US have implemented a Department of Government Efficiency, where Elon Musk and other crypto leaders are forming part of this organization or this institution. So as a result, they are there to basically make it more easier for a car to be adopted. But not only that, also to help the US actually save on their expenses. As we can see here, that they boast by saving the US at least 1 billion per day. That's a lot of money. It's actually, if only half of that flows to Bitcoin, we can just imagine what's going to happen to the price within a couple of months from now. So as we can see, people are really serious about doing this. Now, I know that there's some FUD going around and saying, you know what, Trump is not such a good person, and why would you want to actually be part of anything that he is involved in? So this is basically not about Trump, because cryptocurrency has been here for the last since 2009, so it's like 15 years old. So just like 3 years ago, Trump said that, you know what, Bitcoin is not money and he sees no value in it. So we got this far without them. However, now that he understands and he knows what it's about, so now they are obviously jumping on the bandwagon and wanting to be the first, because they know that if they are not going to be first, China, Russia, or another country will actually be taking first place. So now Trump is leading that department, and Elon Musk obviously also being a successful business person. So people are saying that, you know what, this tie between these two, it's only a matter of time before they will actually not see eye to eye. Now, let's say that happened. Like I said, this has nothing to do with any of them. So whether they adopt it now or at a later stage, Bitcoin's future or cryptocurrency's future is not dependent on them, because they are but two individuals. However, each and every person getting involved makes it stronger. And we can see that these two are really building a strong relationship. If we look at what Elon has just posted, he said POTUS, which is referring to Donald Trump, as our SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, to bring home the two astronauts stranded on the space station. So now, obviously, this is a bit political. So there are two astronauts for months in space, and out that the Biden administration is out, they are blaming them for leaving those two individuals in space. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe it is what it is saying here, but we can see that the relationship between Elon Musk and Donald Trump is growing stronger and stronger on a daily basis, and that is only working out well for the price of Bitcoin, but not only for the price of Bitcoin, but also for humanity. Because at the end of the day, if we look at how currency is structured at this point of time, so for every minute that goes by, money is being devalued. So it's not that goods and services are increasing in terms of value, but it has the same value. But because the money loses value, now we need to pay more rands and dollars for our goods and services. But now when it comes to cryptocurrencies, because not more can be made by anyone, not more Bitcoin can be made. So as a result, it tends to increase in value. And that is why you will notice that countries are basically in a race currently to be adopting these digital currencies. So it's only a matter of time before 100% of people on Earth will actually be exposed to it, and you obviously want to be there sooner than later. As you can see, that CZ, another crypto billionaire, is mocking here and says, imagine being the last government to buy. So just imagine what other governments are feeling at this point of time, because people are tired of America actually being the superpower, because they obviously want to obviously showcase their abilities, etc. Because everyone feels that they are unique and knows that the value that they are obviously bringing to the table. So things are growing exponentially this year of 2025, and as I've said before, 2025 will be the biggest year for cryptocurrency than any of the previous 15 years. Yes, we have seen great results 2017, 2021, etc. But 2025, I believe that it's the year for all nations to actually get in, and that is why we can see that it's actually showing. So let me know in the comments what do you think of this and what your opinions are. Thank you so much for tuning in.